Yo, welcome back to more Tsukimonogatari, episode 3. So last time a lot of interesting things were talked about with Oronoki and Kagenui as far as Araragi's situation. We know that he's becoming progressively more and more of a vampire. His soul is leaning more towards it, as they put it. Oronoki's saying, like specifically from the Nadeko incident, he relied too much on his powers. So we remember back then that whole situation in the beginning of that, how she was just stabbing him over and over and over, and he was just bearing it, like just bearing the pain of that personal responsibility, like not being able to do anything about the situation, not understanding how to deal with it. We know how he was coming to the shrine every day over and over and over again, like not being able to, again, do anything about it. So that specifically is what pushed him over to this point. Though we know in like all the stories up until now, like he's really relied on those powers, right? And this is just where he's at now. So, and they said that he can't stop it. So this has me thinking. I talked about, so even before learning all that, at the beginning of last episode, in the pre-episode discussion, I had this thought where this arc could also possibly deal with Shinobu to an extent as well. And with this whole problem, because the reason I had that thought was because of becoming the more progressively of a vampire, right? But the theme of this arc so far seems obviously about change. Araragi moving on to college, these stories coming to an end, like not the stories that have been told up until now. He's not wanting those stories to become dull, like to continue to not lose their meaning. It feels like it's just setting up for something really fucking big or really significant that's going to happen here. We know that Ononoki, just based on her presence and like, the whole card of this series is like Ononoki on the front, and we see her here, and there's like, you get the impression that it's going to get more into her character here, but I feel like it's going to be the same with Shinobu as well, because I feel like the only way Araragi can get out of this situation of becoming progressively more of a vampire is for his bond with Shinobu to be fully severed. Would Shinobu do that for Araragi? Is that's what she's going to do? I guess it's less of a question of like, would she, or is that's what it's going to come down to? And will she? They're very close now. They've come to understand each other a lot. Their bond is like unquestionable at this point, and they have their own little dynamic, but they have their bond. It's there. We've seen the development of that, right? And back in Mayoi Jiangshi, we saw like that aspect of it as well. Like whenever the other her from the other timeline destroyed the world, and her like guilt about that, and revealing those feelings, and the very nice moment she had with Araragi during that. So I feel like it's gonna maybe come to that with Shinobu here, along with whatever happens with Ononoki, because it's like the same thing. Where we might have to say goodbye to both of them. I don't know. That would be crazy, because Shinobu's just been with us this whole time, right? But the way things are going now, it feels that way. But I don't know. That's I'm just throwing that out there. I have no reason to feel that way other than just what's going on now. That's like the only thing I can think of. But just based on this situation, based on the vibe I'm getting from this arc, the way the intro, the language of it, like there's a lot of finality to it. This is change. This is like a shift here, right? So what's that gonna mean for these characters? I'm really looking forward to that. So that's the big meaty part of this I'm really looking forward to, along with like Ononoki's development as well, and like, God, we'll see. But anyway, like besides that, other interesting things were said, like what's happening to Araragi can happen to specialists as well. But then that made me think, like, how often does that happen with specialists? I mean, we know how easy it is for humans to become like entwined with an apparition, and even to become an apparition, like Hanakawa and the cat, and literally every person who's come in contact with an apparition, who has like assimilated it into themselves, like whether it's like they've been susceptible to it due to their emotional state, their experiences, what they're lying to themselves, and just the whole situation. Like we've seen this over and over and over again in the show, right? So, but as far as like the idea that you could use a buffer for that, I know sometimes like the way the subtitles are, I'm on Funimation right now, so maybe it's better than Crunchyroll, but it's hard to tell like whether like language is intentional or whether I'm overthinking it. It made me think that, like, for example, maybe Kagenui uses Ononoki as a buffer to an extent. Like because we know like what Ononoki is, and we know that Kagenui is like the master. Ononoki is like the corpse, like her partner. Like they're not like personally close to each other. They don't have a personal bond, but they are bonded through like what Ononoki is as an apparition and who Kagenui is as a specialist, right? So maybe like Kagenui, due to their relationship, like with Araragi and Shinobu, maybe Kagenui is vulnerable to that, but Ononoki is like the buffer there, which made me think maybe for, and this was a way out there thing for me to say, but maybe like for Meme Oshino, Ogi Yoshino was like a buffer, because like Ogi is the one who's the apparition, apparently. I mean, that seems to be just true, but that's a whole other thing. I don't know what's going on with Ogi or why Ogi has taken on Oshino's name, other than that maybe there's history between them, and maybe that could be a hint as to what that relationship could have been like. I don't see any other reason for her, like, you know, Ogi is like a being, like Ogi was like a Meo in Hanamonogatari, right? But for Ogi to take his name, and even just for Ogi to do what they do, I don't know, like, we know what Ogi is doing, we know what Ogi said they're doing, like, you know, punishing the liars and whatever, but we don't know what that means, like, for their own, like, motivation, like, why do that? What is your personal stake in this? Like, why punish the liars? Like, what is the idea behind that? What happened to this character that got them to this point? What's the history there? So I'm sure we'll get there at some point. I don't know, that was another thing to think about. I don't know if I fully understood the idea of that, but I think I did, like, as far as Kagenui acknowledging that's the thing that happens, could happen to specialists, but also pointing out that with Meme Oshino, like, he didn't even calculate this possibility for Araragi, like, just from the beginning. It wasn't even something for him to, like, hide or to reveal as a possibility to happen to Araragi, because he just didn't think of it, so there was nothing to, like, tell them as far as warn Araragi of, like, hey, using your powers too much, your soul might lend itself to becoming a vampire and you might progressively turn. So, because yeah, that makes me think it would be one thing, like, if he thought that would happen and didn't tell them, but he didn't even think of it, so that's like that's an interesting thing. But yes, I don't know, cool thing about Meme, I guess, you know, learn something else about him. Again, it's hard for me to, like, put together all the implications about things. I just try to keep things in mind for when they are likely going to become relevant later, because Monogatari loves to do that. So, but obviously these things are important for the situation currently. I'm just trying to, like, digest everything, as I always am. But anyway, I think that's all I gotta say going into this one, so let's go. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Vampire. No way, that's it. Hmm. He understands. Huh. Everything up till now, it's led to this. Atonement? Question mark. Compensation. This is the price, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Mm-hmm. But oh, a way to stop it. Okay, that's not what I expected, but let's go. Wait, they might be suggesting what I thought. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Alright. This opening is very robotic for our doll here. Ah. Monogatari openings are Usually very memorable. I really like this one. Like, it makes me feel like complicated things. Like, I don't know. It's probably just because I have this overall sense of like foreboding of what could possibly happen to Ononoki. I don't know why, but this is her opening. This is her like arc. So, oh, the hell was that? Okay, you can continue to provide nutrition, keep that bond up. So that level's irrelevant now, but huh. Okay. No matter what. Can't rely on them anymore. I guess you have to. And they're gone. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, and no, they're still here. Okay. That is your thing. Oh. We've seen that. Yep. True. Not that it would be a chance for Kagenui. Yeah, let's not come to that. Again. Slightly in the future, huh? Yes. As a friend. Asking as a friend. This is the best she can do. Oh, Ononoki. Damn. To pretend to be human. Almost from the heart from Mononoke, as she said with her hands. I guess so. I guess that's it then. Yeah, because when his back's against the wall, that's when it'll come down to it. Yep, he will push himself to that point, regardless of what happens to him. If that means him being more of a vampire, so be it. Oh my god, look at that silhouette of him. Yeah, that's true. That is who he is. He's basically a time bomb now. Oh no. Uh-oh. Can we not? We share a destiny. Hmm. Oh boy. It's just feeding into him. Oh no, not the hands. No, stop. Oh great. Yeah, thanks for that. Oh no. Oh no. Monogatari, stop it. No. Super creepy, bro. Degenerate. Absolutely terrible. Pajama party. Right? Oh, that was cute. Yeah, we'll see if she believes that, what she knows. This is how it's supposed to be. Yeah, we'll see, buddy. We'll see. Yeah, yeah, good job. Yeah, like, that's always our go-to. He repeated. Yeah, it's pretty extreme. Huh. Damn. Hmm. One other guy that's like her that just wants to kill them all. Huh. One like her. I guess we'll see him someday. Oh shit. There was another a part of that group. Interesting. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that spin-off episode. Thank you, Shiro. Did you forget it's her arc? Araragi? Oh. Whoa. Guyan, stop doing that. Wait, what? What is she saying? Tadatsuru? Oh no. What the fuck is this, dude? What is this? Go with the flow. of these events she has seen. Oh no, stop, man. What now? Oh. To where? To that guy? Kambaru's house? Oh no. Oh fuck. Even that precaution led to this? Holy fuck. Yo, we gotta check. Hmm. Just a squishy human boy. Come on, buddy, hang in there. Oh, he might have to push himself right away. His sisters? Oh man, yeah, he's gonna have to push himself, man. Oh god. There should be 3 futons. Well, either way, they're gone. Or did they never make it here? Oh, there's... Okay. Okay. Wait, what is it? Is it a letter left behind? Like a ransom letter? Open it. Wait, what? What the hell? Get pranked, bro. Wait, what the fuck was that? Is it TADATSURU? Something beyond that to draw you in? Or Ononoki in? Huh. Sounds interesting. Okay, so it was a message. Alright. A bird. The phoenix. Oh, Tsukihi. Yeah. Now you know for sure. Oh, fuck. What a twisted sense of humor. A puppet master? Where are we? Let's hear about this guy. Wait, is it another math thing? Like, wait, tangent maybe? Yeah, what the fuck? Why? Grudges. And a slacker. That's the problem. He will, because it's, won't go as they usually go. Fuck, dude. This is a strange tale. Right. Man. Yeah, it's the way he phrases it. Yeah, divine punishment. I don't know about that. Oh? Go on. The work of somebody. Hold on. Mm. It's very convenient. Bit too coincidental of that timing there. And so it is. Maybe someone crashed it on you like Jenga, dude. I'm thinking Gaian or Ogi. I don't know though, man. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Segi. Yeah, what's his deal? He doesn't have one. Hmm. A curiosity. What are they doing? Hmm. An artist. Or thinks he's an artist. Huh. Okay. Closer to Oshino. The middleman that mediates. The question is like who made him the middleman? This kind of job. The perfect specialist. Whoa. This snowball fight. Yeah, it wouldn't have anything to do with that, but just gotta go deal with it. Mononoke's going, right? Oh, okay. Go with the flow. Oh, she can't fight humans. Great, let's go. Decipher. It is to lure him. Oh, shit. And Shinobu. Huh. I like that he filed that. They're harmless. That, that guy doesn't give a shit. Terrible timing. Again, convenient. I mean, divine punishment aside, this is still awfully inconvenient. Like however Araragi feels himself about him deserving the situation. Hmm. I like how she has a watch under that. Toss them in their futons before morning. Huh. Yeah. No jump? Oh, okay. There you go. Alright. Basically, it's up to you. Alright. It might be a bit easier. Oh. That works. No? Alright, buddy. He just took it. Just like, well, I'll take that. Dang, okay. Well, I look forward. See how this is gonna go. Some interesting implications, though, about... I don't know. We'll talk about it. Robot Ononoki. Oh my god. Huh. We can never go back to those days again. Even if... Start fresh. Oh, man. Why do I feel like this last episode is gonna break my heart? She went straight through that heart. Ononoki's gonna go straight through my chest. Okay, so that didn't go how I expected. Because I was thinking back to when the darkness and it stepped on Araragi's shadow before, and their bond having partially been severed, it took away a bit of Araragi's powers, right? He wasn't immortal anymore, effectively. I thought it was going to come down to a similar thing, that Araragi was going to progressively, like, he was too far gone. Like, now that he's past the threshold, it was too late, and that he might have to sever that bond with Shinobu. Thankfully, it's not coming to that, so I'm not disappointed that what I thought didn't happen. I'm glad that it didn't. He just can't rely on the powers anymore. He's past the threshold, like, he's not showing up in mirrors anymore, but he can preserve the humanity that's left by just stopping the metamorphosis itself, by just not relying on the powers. Now for Araragi, it immediately addressed the problem with that, as for his character and just who he is. If Senjo's in trouble, if Hanakawa's in trouble, or his sisters, as they are now, he could easily just slip into that. Now Kagenui has warned him, like I'm telling you now, before you just go off and like get pissed off and just immediately do that. Like she's told him right now and gave him the breakdown of what she could tell him about Tadaratsu is his name? Okay, I had to go back. Tadatsuru. Yeah, telling him about him, which sounds interesting. Thankfully, he's the type that isn't going to, that, like, the sisters and Kamaru aren't in danger. I look forward to actually meeting his character. It's hard to, like, get a grasp, like, the way they described him. Just that he finds, apparitions beautiful. Like, he kind of sees himself as, like, an artist. He doesn't follow, like, the rules that, I guess, Gaian's laid out. Like, he's separated from that group. He doesn't follow, like, the classifications of, like, oh, you know, like how Oshino found before. Like, oh, Araragi and Shinobu are harmless. Like, But what is interesting, I mean, he does sound like an interesting character, and I look forward to meeting him because there was some cool stuff said about him. But what is interesting is still like the timing of this thing. Like Araragi is obviously like he immediately accepted the idea that he couldn't do anything about his situation. Like he felt it was deserved. The way he took the powers like as if they were his own. Like he almost going as far as calling it divine punishment. So he's just really like going in on himself to that extent. Like I feel like it's one thing for him to accept his circumstances, and another thing to be like divine punishment. Like that is he's really being hard on himself. Like as far as that, but which I'm glad Ononoki spoke up against that. And it was sweet how like she said like and requested as a friend like please like don't do that. Remain as a human. And I like that came from the heart. Like Ononoki like her saying like her feelings are there, but then her saying like oh they don't matter because I'm just a corpse, whatever. But I'm glad she like had that moment at least, and I hope like we get more of that in this last episode, which it's interesting like the pace of this so far, and I really can't tell how this is going to end considering there's only one more episode. Like this is very like interesting arc because I really just can't tell at all where it's going to go, especially that Ononoki is like this is her like series. Like she's in the opening, she's on the cover art like for the series. But like her presence here, like she's here, but like the focus is very subtle. Now Kagenui like pointed like attention to that as far as like it having to do with her, like to Araragi. Like she pointed out specifically to him. There was a moment like that in this episode. What that's gonna mean in conclusion here, I'm just very curious, like as far as like for her character, like directly. It's been very subtle so far, but it's there's been some cool moments like that, because I like that she had that heartfelt moment of asking him truly as a friend, unfortunately acknowledging her feelings like as if like they don't matter just because of who she is and her status as an apparition in relation to Kagenui and I guess Gaien as well, Izuko. It's just very curious like how they're approaching her character in the face of like what's going on now. Like, oh, Araragi is like, this is the focus, this situation right here. Like, oh, Araragi is turning more into a vampire. Oh, Kambaru and his sisters have been kidnapped. Like, oh, this is what's going on. But like we're weaving these other things into it as well with Ononoki, and now we have TADATSURU being introduced, this new specialist character that we haven't heard of before, or maybe they've mentioned him before and I just don't remember, or described him before and I just couldn't have known at the time. He's at the North Shirahebi Shrine apparently, so going back there again, I guess, we'll see what Taratsuru has to say to Araragi, because again, the timing of it, getting into that, like he's been hired, like he's someone who takes jobs. He's lazy, but to lure Araragi and Shinobu specifically, I'm to suspect either Izuko or Ogi, which could be far-fetched as far as Ogi, like how would Ogi like go about hiring Taratsuru? I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, these are specialists. They do take jobs if you have the price or the aspect that interests them, like Taratsuru just having an inherent interest in apparitions and just going his own way. It could be easy for Ogi to approach someone like that probably and hire them, or it could be like Izuko just for furthering her own agenda, like specifically like relaying that information through Kagenui to Araragi, like for these events to unfold to whatever purpose. Either way, like the conclusion here is like it's set, like the path is laid, and I'm just curious to see where that's gonna go. But yeah, there's like that timing is very interesting. But Araragi's rationalizing that in his way as like this deserved punishment, which I understand. I definitely do. Like so it's but we'll see. This is because with everything this series has been doing so far is like what it said in the intro and just the vibe I'm getting. It's not going exactly how I thought, but I don't know. I still have this weird sense of foreboding. That's maybe misplaced at this point, but I don't know. We'll see what this last episode. But I think that's all I have to say about this one. There may have been something I missed. I always think of maybe something else after I stop recording. But if you have anything to say, give me some food for thought for next time, or anything from this episode you want me to digest and bring up next time. And just keep in mind, obviously no spoilers, but I always appreciate that. Y'all are very good at that. I appreciate it. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, if you're seeing this on YouTube, I do early access on my Patreon. You can get early access to more of my Monogatari reactions. I will have been past Tsukimonogatari by the time you see this on YouTube onto the next series. So you can check those out. Those are available there. I'm always 3 episodes ahead. So that's for $5 in the description. But most of all, thank you so much for watching my reaction, spending your time with me. Have a great rest of your day or night. And I'll see you next time. Peace.